Hello and welcome to Medical Dialogues, your daily dose of health and medical news. I'm Mr. Zaman and here is what I bring to you all from the world of medicine. How thyroid problems are interlinked with various other health issues. Older people with hypothyroidism, also called underactive thyroid, may be at increased risk of developing dementia, according to a study published in the online issue of Neurology, the Medical Journal of the American Academy of Neurology. The risk of developing dementia was even higher for people whose thyroid condition required thyroid hormone replacement medication. During the study, researchers looked at the health records of 7,843 people newly diagnosed with dementia in Taiwan and compared them to the same number of people who did not have dementia. Their average age was 75. Researchers looked to see who had a history of either hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism. A total of 102 people had hypothyroidism and 133 had hyperthyroidism. The researchers found no link between hyperthyroidism and dementia. Of the people with dementia, 68 people or 0.9% had hypothyroidism compared to 34 of the people without dementia or 0.4%. When researchers adjusted for other factors that could affect the risk of dementia such as sex, age, high blood pressure and diabetes, they found that people over age 65 with hypothyroidism were 80% more likely to develop dementia than people the same age who did not have thyroid problems. For people younger than 65, having a history of hypothyroidism was not associated with an increased risk of dementia. Researchers also looked only at people who took medication for hypothyroidism. They found they were 3 times more likely to develop dementia than those who did not take the medication. One explanation for this could be that these people are more likely to experience greater symptoms from hypothyroidism where treatment was needed, the researchers concluded. Researchers noted that the observational study does not prove that hypothyroidism is a cause of dementia. It only shows an association. How exercise is beneficial in chronic kidney disease patients. In a recent long-term study of 3926 adults with chronic kidney disease recently published in the American Journal of Kidney Diseases, researchers found that individuals with higher levels of physical activity were less likely to experience an atherosclerotic event, that is heart attack, stroke, or peripheral arterial disease, new onset heart failure and death as compared to those with lower levels of physical activity. In terms of effect size, the association between higher physical activity and lower risk for incident peripheral arterial disease was particularly striking. Peripheral arterial disease in the legs or lower extremities causing blockage of the vessels that carry blood from the heart to the legs being one of the major reasons for mortality rate. In addition, their findings of an inverse relationship between physical activity level and incident heart failure is noteworthy in view of the high prevalence and cost of heart failure in the chronic kidney patients population. Findings were similar for analysis evaluating adherence to guideline recommended, that is 150 minutes per week of exercise, level of physical activity, and strengthen the evidence supporting current guidelines. These findings reinforce the importance of incorporating counseling regarding physical activity into the routine clinical care of patients with chronic kidney patients. Whether the standard therapy for gout is efficient enough and if it should be considered. Gout occurs when urate crystals accumulate in the joints and xanthine oxidase inhibitors such as febuxostat are a mainstay of therapy to help reduce blood urate levels in affected patients. A recent clinical trial published in Arthritis and Rheumatology has found that low doses of a less commonly used drug called benzbromarone may be a better option. However, in the prospective single-center open-label trial, 196 men with gout and low urinary execution of uric acid and low urinary excretion of uric acid were randomized to receive low-dose LD-Ben or low-dose febuxostat for 12 weeks. More participants in the LD-Ben group achieved the blood urate target of 6 mg per deciliter than those in the low-dose febuxostat group, that is 61% versus 32%. Side effects typically did not differ between the groups. The results suggest that low dosing of benzbromarone may warrant stronger consideration as a safe and effective therapy to achieve serum urate target in gout, the authors concluded. a new device assigned to detect measles in saliva. Measles is one of the most infectious airborne viruses worldwide. An inexpensive and effective vaccine is available, but measles is common in developing countries and sporadic outbreaks also occur in developed countries, primarily due to non-vaccinated people. New research published in Advanced Functional Materials describes a novel point-of-care biosensing device capable of detecting measles virus in human saliva, which may help with efforts to control viral spread. Experiments validated the accuracy of the lab-on-a-chip device, smaller than a €1 coin or a US quarter. The device may offer a convenient platform for measles diagnosis and serve as a guideline for designing new microfluidic biosensing systems. This technology, for the first time, demonstrated the synergic operation of different surface acoustic wave-based micro devices on the same chip in the context of lab-on-a-chip biosensing. In this way, we have been able to drastically improve the detection limit of our sensors, potentially enabling early point-of-care diagnostic applications, the authors concluded. That's all for today. Stay tuned to Medical Dialogues for latest updates.
Never miss a medical update from Medical Dialogues. Like, subscribe, and press the bell icon.